What's up guys, my name is Ace and welcome to today's episode of Black Ops 2 Maps Exposed. In this episode we're going to be covering the map Vertigo, which will be the third out of 4 maps that I'm going to be covering for the Uprising DLC. If you missed the episodes from Maps Exposed for Encore and Magma, make sure you check them out because I've already done them and they're on my channel. Alright, so first up, as always, Domination capture spots. For ADOM, there's a few little spots here and there. They're not really that great, but you can capture up next to this little vent here, and that's pretty good. And the other side also works, so you can use that. And finally, I usually just capture up close to this AC unit or whatever it is, and that just forces enemies to come up close. Moving on to BDOM, it's a pretty tough flag to capture, but I have a few spots that'll make it a little bit easier for you. If you're coming from A, one option is to just capture up close to this wall, and that'll just limit a bunch of lines of sight that they might have from you as they come from CDOM. And another option is just to use this pillar here. There's normally a statue there, but you can just shoot it out, and then you can see up the stairwell, and you can take people out as they come down there. And coming from the seaside, it's much easier. You can just capture up next to this water cooler, and that's probably your best bet. Make sure you don't forget about this window here, because people can drop down there while you're capturing the flag. So finally, for CDOM, there isn't anything really too exciting for capture spots, but one thing that might be kind of cool with a sniper rifle or maybe an LMG or an assault rifle is you can spray through these bushes and maybe pick up a few capture kills. Alright, so let's get started behind CDOM here. This is a pretty obvious spot, but you can jump up here. And another obvious spot is you can go through this office, through the windows, and you can hop up on these two spots here. And another thing that I'm sure you guys already know by now, but I just thought I'd point out, is you can come along this side of the building and flank enemies, and it just offers you a nice alternate route. So now for the big exciting jump spot that Treyarch put in this map that gets you from here over to the B flag if you have that window broken. I see a lot of people making the stupid mistake of trying to jump across and bouncing off the wall and then falling to their death. The best way to get from here to B is just to simply sprint off the edge. You'll land perfectly every time inside that building, and you won't be bouncing off the wall and falling to your death like I've seen so many people do. And obviously you can jump back this way and up the ladder. And if you want to try your fancy trick shot from this side, all you do is sprint as soon as you hit the ladder, then you press X and you'll jump and you'll land inside just about every time. Sometimes it doesn't work so well. Probably the most important thing to note in this building is that these glass panes are really thin and bullets go through them like paper. So if you're coming from this way and you're losing the B flag, don't be afraid to just fire a bunch of shots through here because you'll probably get a kill. Also, if you find yourself in a gunfight across the way like that, use these pillars as cover. Don't rely on that glass as pieces of cover because enemies can just shoot straight through it and it doesn't help you at all. So now I just wanted to point out a little trick with this door here. It's just like the doors on Drone. If you get up close to it, it'll open. But if you're far away from it, you can fire shots at it and it will also open. So you might be able to fake an enemy out and search and destroy or something if you have a silencer. And you're far away, so you just shoot the door and then they'll think you're right there at the door when you're really not. And up next here, I just have a great line of sight into that doorway coming from C. This is just a nice unexpected spot. You might be able to get a kill or two before you have to move. But it's really unexpected and that pillar offers you great cover. So I'm sure a lot of you have figured this out so far. You can jump up on top of this building by jumping up here and then up top. You have almost no cover up here. It's not the greatest spot to be, but if you have an LMG or something, maybe you can lock down this side of the map for a little while, and that'll help your team out a lot, especially in demolition. What a lot of people don't know though, is you can jump from right here up top as well. So you just sprint, jump, and there you go, you get up on top. Up next, I just wanted to point out this little jump here. It's great for flanking enemies. It's kind of obvious, pretty straightforward. You just jump across and there you go. You can end up behind some enemies. Now over here, if you have a guy on top of that building that I just showed you how to get on top, and he's locking that side of the map down really good, if you come over here, right on the corner of this rail, you'll be able to see his head right above that railing there, and you can pick him off from right here. And just another little head glitch from this railing, if you jump across over here, you can use this as a head glitch. The left side of your body will be sort of exposed, but it's still a pretty good spot to pick a few people off from. So that's all I have for the map Vertigo. Just like Magma, there weren't very many great spots on this map, and that's just the way the map was designed. So I realized there weren't any like super useful spots in this video, but maybe there's a couple things that you picked up that will help you out while playing on this map. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.